Okay, so today we are treating another topic underwater. It's all about water. It's all about water, and water is life. So all our podcast is going to be about water. And today we are going to look more into the technologies. We are going to look more into the rising, technologies about water and everything about it. And I'll first like to know what are some of the emerging technologies around our water. Maybe water supply or even the usage of water. What are some of the technologies that have come up so far?
Okay, so if we talk about technology, we should know technology is always evolving with time.
Yeah.
I'm sure long ago, people take buckets to fetch water from streams and various water sources. But today, we sit in our homes and the water comes through some form of pipe through our taps.
Yeah.
That's a form of technology where pumps are used to push the water in a mechanical way to our various homes. Hitherto, we just drink the surface water we get from our streams. But because of urbanization, pollution, and other things, now there are, like I mentioned Ghana Water in our previous podcast, they treat the water to ensure that it follows a particular quality. That's QA/QC, quality assurance, quality control, before it comes to our homes.
Sure.
The system they use in treating the water is a technological system. It could be normal filtration, but the engineering principle that is used for the water to pass through various channels before it's treated and pumped to our homes is technology. Also, hitherto, people use human labor to dig wells. And I mean, per chance they get surface water. But now, based on improved technology, we are using machines to drill to get groundwater from rocks.
From
rocks. Aside that, in modern times, water treatment especially has gotten several technological advancements, like nanotechnology, like reverse osmosis. Now we have smart meters, where we can have prepaid water meters. You put in 20 pesos, it gives you 20 pesos. Yes, all those things are improvements in technology. There is membrane, there is desalination. You remember in our previous podcast we talk about seawater desalination. Some time back, my forefathers would never envisage that you can drink seawater. So these are all improvements. I think we also mentioned water recycling, where I mentioned that we can retreat wastewater for use. So these are all emerging technologies that have improved the water sector.
Okay, I heard you say something about drinking seawater. It's possible?
When you desalinate it, you can drink it. Meaning you take the salt out of it and you get a fresh aspect.
And
so
it's
seawater,
safe.
yes,
Wow.
it's still water. It's only the chemical composition that makes it salty or saline. Maybe it has chlorine that is so high. It has sodium chloride is salt. So in it that is so high. So those may be, or magnesium chloride that is causing the saltiness. So when you have a system that can take off these chemicals and reduce it to the barest minimum, when you drink it, you don't have the feel of salt. And for that matter, you can use
You can drink it.
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
So water is just fluid devoid of contaminants.
Okay. Amazing. So Mr. D, would you like to add?
Yes, so as the most started rightly, hitherto you pick a bucket, you go. Now Accra is a big town, and you are getting supply from home. Then you ask yourself, how does the water get to my house? It is through technologies. From the point of drawing the water from the river, we use machines to draw the water from the river. Then you come to the treatment plant. The engineering and every system there doing the treatment, they are all owned by what? Technologies. Then after the treatment, they will look at distribution. So to get the water from there, the treated water from there to your house, we have to use technology to send the water to your house. Then also, I think in the early 90s, boreholes were not all that much in Ghana. Were not all that much. Though we know groundwater existed, but the way and manner we used to drill boreholes, apart from the hand that was, yes, the way a man used to do, sometimes it takes weeks before you can even do one more, maybe 30 meters or 45 meters. We're using the percussion method. And that takes a longer time. But with emerging technologies, now you can start there within some 5 hours, you have 100 meters ball. Yes.
Wow.
So these are the technologies that is helping us. And then even apart from that, we use technology in searching for water, for hydrogeologists. You have to, when you go to area, we have to do what is called mapping.
Okay.
Mapping simply means you are doing a survey to delineate where there's no water from where there's water. So we use technologies to do all those things and make sure that this place, when we drill, we are going to get water. So without technology, all those things couldn't have been easier for us. So there have been a lot of improvements in terms of in our water distribution systems, not only in Ghana but across the world. And I think Ghana, for where we are now and where we are going, we use a lot of technologies in improving water supply systems in Ghana. And it keeps changing. It's not a static thing. It keeps changing as we are going forward. There are more technologies coming. Just as the more mentioned the prepaid meters. Whoever imagine that we can use a prepaid meter in the water system. Now you just pick your phone. Wow. You say you want to, there's an app there. You use the app, you buy your water. If it is 10 cedis, it's 10 cedis that you get. If it is finished, you buy again. You don't need to go and pay to a vendor before. You can just use your phone and then he also talked about the desalination. You see, the desalination is being powered by electricity. Now there are other researchers and technology coming out that we are going to use a nuclear power for the desalination part so that we don't rely so much on electricity. Yes, and then probably even the solar system. So these are all the emerging technologies that we are using to support our water systems in Ghana.
Wow. Oh, then we are doing well as a country. but do you also think that there's more that we can? There are more technologies that the water industry has not really looked at, maybe in some other developing countries they are using, or developed countries are using, that I think Ghana should look into getting those technologies instead of maybe.
Of course, yes. When I was in school, they will tell you that the only room that does not get full is the room of what? Improvement. There's more room for improvement. every semester, every semester. Whatever you do, so there's more. So it's true. So in Ghana, we also need to do more, especially as we talk of the water recycling thing. We have not explored that technology in Ghana to its maximum benefit. I think basically the issue we are having is getting the system itself and then how it works. And then trying to change people's mind that if there's a wastewater and then we treat it, we can still use it. So in that aspect, we need to do more education and then have more expertise on the water recycling issue. When we do that, then I think we'll be matching with the other developed countries that are using the same system. So what we have to do is that our colleges, our universities, our school systems, we have to look at that aspect. If you can introduce some of these programs and courses in our education system, I think there's some like that, but we need to push in more effort and then train more people in that aspect so that we can get understanding of how the whole system is and how it works, and it will go a long way to help us.
Sure. Jim, would you like to add something?
Yes, I think with the technology, what I think we should improve. Largely, we consume these technologies. We don't produce them. So I will envisage the day when we can manufacture a complete reverse osmosis plant in Ghana, so that we don't import these technologies. So it means that we need to upgrade our engineering training to manufacture some of these things. We can even become a hub of manufacturing of certain things for sub-Saharan Africa. We basically import, install and use. But if we can also push money into research and development of structures to build these technologies in Ghana, like even pumps. How do we manufacture pumps in Ghana?
All of these things are imported.
They are imported. Even irrigation systems, imported. Meanwhile, we can do local irrigation systems, but there's no research going on to these things. Smart meters, we import everything. So largely, I would say that for us to upscale and upgrade, I will envisage the day that some of these things, money and research can go into it so that we can manufacture them here for our use and also for exports.
For exports, right. So whilst you were just talking, I was thinking about the business of water. So
Water is money.
yeah,
Yes.
all of these things are just business. How do we capitalize on? And this shouldn't be like just government, but like I think individuals can also,
Big multinationals have money for research, so they give money to institutions like educational institutions to do research and come up with new ideas. Governments also do that, but in our case, we don't get the necessary funding for such level of research. And so individuals may not have the capital to say that they want to manufacture a reverse osmosis plant because the technology needs huge machinery and all those things. But if maybe government will have concerted effort that we want to invest in individuals to learn and do that, I think it can be the starting point. It's not always for private sector to take lead. Sometimes governments, if they know the critical importance of water in their economy, will also say that, okay, for us to be in the lead, especially within Sub-Saharan Africa, we want to focus on this thing and scale it to this particular level. So yes, individuals who have the wherewithal money to sponsor such research should be able to do that. Aside that, we also impress upon governments to advance money for research into water technologies so that we can manufacture them here for our use and for export.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's something we should look into. So talk about the secondary school students who manufactured the water purification. I think it's a water purification method,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That is more technical, but can we look into how households can purify their own water? What kind of methods can we look at? In my own house, I can just purify some water and drink, and then I'm safe.
I always start discussions from our forefathers.
Yes, yeah, I mean,
It looks like they are wiser than educated.
they have solution for
For
everything.
everything.
I remember back in the days, my grandmother has a pot in his room. Is it clay pot?
yeah,
Okay.
They place it in a pan filled with sand.
okay.
A pan, they fill it with sand, and
Okay.
they put the clay pot inside it, and they fill it with water. They cover it. When you use cap to fetch water from it, it's not cold, but it's very cool, as if it's from the refrigerator.
Wow.
I don't know if you've.
Oh, yes, I've experienced, yes.
My second time I went to the north, we're moving from Wa to Tumu. On the way, our water got finished and our car broke down. The sun was scorching, we were thirsty.
Oh my God.
Very, very, very thirsty, Charlie. Like desperation was there.
For water.
And then we saw a tractor of market women. They've gone to a market somewhere, they were passing. And the driver stopped them that they should give us water. One woman brought out a calabash.
Wow.
They've covered the calabash with cloth.
Okay.
And I think the cloth has cushion, sort of. And they've woven it and sewed it to cover the whole body of the calabash. And the calabash has a lid. When I drank the water, it was very chill.
Yeah? How did that happen?
No.
Hot weather. The water should have been hot. But
Yeah.
because of that technology, the water in the calabash was very, very chilled.
Wow.
It means that ancient knowledge knows how to use some of these technologies. So water purification in the olden days, we have what we call decantation. Sometimes when they fetch the water and it's turbid, it's clouded, like particles, they put it down to settle,
Settle.
and then they pour the
Yeah.
front.
Sure.
Sometimes they use sieves.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes they boil it, and when it cools, they sieve it into the pots,
Okay.
and then the pot cools it down, and then they drink. So traditionally, these were what our forefathers were doing. Before alums came in, when chemicals started coming, they started using alum to separate the heavy particles from the other ones. So in their home, if you want your water, you want to be assured of purified water, boil it first.
Okay.
After boiling, sieve it nicely into another container that is clean enough. Let it cool down, and you can drink. I think that's what you can do at home.
Yeah, and that is in the olden days, they were also using the palm,
Palm
not that
the husk.
The husk, yes. Yes, so you burn it and then the smoke. So as you are burning, then you put your container on it, then the smoke will.
Yeah.
And you put the water in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it makes
Like
when you are drinking, you feel like you are thirsty, God, and You can
I
forget
know.
your
I've seen that
nowadays,
method.
we think we are in a new world, and then therefore we don't do all those things. But it was a form of water purification.
Purification.
Now we have systems, the water filtration filters. So maybe we go for the filters and then we'll filter the water. Then we save it.
I think in the home too, you can add chlorine tablets
Yes, yes.
to your containers of water. For example, you have a tank, I mean, a storage tank.
Okay.
Maybe after every month, you can put 2 or 3 chlorine tablets, depending on the size of your tank and the amount you apply to your to your tank. It will disinfect it from any bacteria or pathogen.
Okay.
If you have a borehole, once a while, put a chlorine tablet to disinfect it.
Okay.
Those are some of the ways.
And it will
you
be
can
safe
use.
for drinking.
Yes.
the chlorine tablet.
You see, you don't have to add in excess.
Okay.
Sometimes you can build a simple UV system, ultraviolet radiation system, so that and then normal filters. The water passes it. It will also kill every pathogen in the water,
Okay.
and the filter will also make it clean. You can do that at home. There is also what you call under sink reverse osmosis. So the Ghana water, you can fix an under sink reverse osmosis under your sink. The water passes through it. It gives you optimum filtration.
Okay.
And then you can also build a proper filtration system, maybe catalyst filter, carbon filter, resin filter. There is catalytic carbon filter. There are so many filters that can be installed to ensure that your water is purified. You just have to speak to an expert.
Okay.
And then you don't do that in isolation. You must know the quality of the water.
The water.
So you must take a sample of the water, send to any of the labs. I'll do free adverts for Ghana Water Lab or what CSIR. They also have a lab.
Okay.
Yes, you can send a sample of the water. They will test it
They'll
for
test
you,
it, okay.
both biological and physical chemical.
Okay.
If there is any issue with it, then the expert will advise you. This is how best you can treat your water and make it pure for drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So about the purification technologies, how accessible are they? These alums, chlorine tablets, and even the filters. Do we have to go through an expert to get that, or is it accessible to just anybody? You can just go to the market and say, "I want this to purify my water." And
Oh yes, for the chlorine tablet and then the yes, we can get it from the market and then.
Okay.
But with the water filtration systems, you may need an expert to fix it for you.
okay.
But if you think you can fix it yourself, why not? You can go to the market and then.
Fix it yourself. This is not a DIY. Do it
If you
yourself.
want to fix it yourself, probably you don't have the
Yeah.
technical know-how to do so. So definitely you need to consult an expert. They will look at us, the Mosen, the quality of the water, and then they recommend the best one for you. They fix it for you. Then you go. So try as much as possible to consult an expert. Then they can look at it for you.
Yeah, the way you're saying consult experts, these two are experts. So if you want anything about water purification, look no further.
Go to for
As simple as that. You are just a call away or a text away. You know, you can just get to them, purify your water, or anything about water. You want water in your homes, boreholes, or anything, you can just get to them. Right, water is life, but unsafe water can take your life. So just be sure that every water you use, whether you're drinking or you're using to bathe, wash, whatever, is purified. And you can get expert advice, you can research, learn online, do a lot of research about it, and be sure you are safe. And that brings us to the end of today's podcast. I know we have learned so much thanks to our hydrogeologist, and we'll see you in the next